Now, runway 33, you kind of go up the Potomac for a couple of miles, making that, when you make that northerly turn from coming from the western side, it's challenging. But pilots love this landing land strip. But you just got to think, how does this happen? How do they fly so close together? And coming out on runway 33, the aircraft has to shift a little bit further to the east bank of that. So getting even closer to that heliport location. So, you know, I don't know what's going to come of this, but they do need to look at the amount of flights coming to this airport. Now, obviously, if you're coming to D.C., this is the best airport to fly in. It's much closer to the capital, as you said. Dulles is a little bit more of an inconvenience to fly into. It's about 35, 40 minutes away from the capital. With traffic, you can put even more. So that's why so many people come into DCA, because it is very convenient, but tragic story here. And I got to say, Dr. Ginny, you said this on top of the show. It makes you kind of think next time you get on a plane, what does the air traffic look like? What's the congestion look like? And this is a good example of that. And note, this is the second military crash that involved an aircraft in the last 3 days. We had a jet go down in Alaska during basically a training exercise. The pilot was able to inject himself from that aircraft, but now we have this. So not saying the two are related, but it is an interesting point.
Absolutely. And to your point, a lot is going to be made of the fact that a military aircraft was involved in this. Obviously, it was a military aircraft on one side and a commercial aircraft on the other. I was looking at the map, and I actually know that area fairly well. One of the things that strikes me is that I still call it National Reagan Airport. I'm still old school. I call it still National. It is very close to the Pentagon, literally, as the crow flies, probably just a couple of miles. To the south, you've got Fort Belvoir, again, as the crow flies, probably 5-10 miles. And to the north, there's Andrews Air Force Base, as the crow flies, maybe 10 miles. So this is really an active military area with a number of military installations.
Yeah, no, it is. There's a lot going on there. And, but the scary part is when I learned that this is where Marine One often travels to and from the White House, it made me think about just could this happen to could we have an involvement with that type of aircraft with not only commercial flights coming in, but all these other Blackhawks as well.